Hi, I'm Jana Free, and I want to talk to you today about buffering. So, buffering is a concept that I learned a couple of months ago from my life coach, Jody Moore. So, I've been sitting on this concept for a couple months, and I feel like a mama chicken that laid an egg, and I've just been waiting for this egg to hatch, and I feel like I'm gonna explode if I don't tell everyone that I can about what buffering is because it has changed my life. So, you can think of a buffer as like a furniture pad that you put underneath your couch to slide it across your hardwood floor so that you don't scratch the floor, okay? Another idea of a buffer is the sanitary papers that you lay on a toilet seat at a public restroom. The buffer goes in between your hiney and the toilet seat, okay? Well, similarly, there are buffers that we use in our life every day that we don't even realize, and it's to avoid a negative feeling or emotion, okay? A buffer is something that we engage in to take the edge off. It's also something that we do to get a dopamine hit, to feel a high. All right, so some examples would be, and first I'll give you like my personal ones. I love chocolate. And I know it's probably more of a sugar craving, but I just love chocolate. And sometimes I think, oh, if I could just have a brownie right now, that would really take the edge off for me, and then I could tackle this problem. Um, Another one would be shopping. Sometimes I think, well, if I could just buy a really cute item right now, I would just feel so much better. Or other times, actually recently, I was being chastised by someone and I just wanted to completely numb out on my phone and just play a game. Those are some examples of buffers. A buffer is something that we do, that we focus our attention on so that we can avoid a negative feeling. Now, I know a lot of guys don't want to talk about their feelings, but guess what, guys? Your feelings are what fuel you to do anything. Everything that we do is because of how we think it's going to make us feel on the other side of it. So we have to be real with ourselves and know what we're feeling and what's the outcome that we want to feel. So, the buffers that I'm talking about, they're not going to kill me, okay? They're not life-threatening, but there are more serious buffers and addictions that are very harmful to you. Did you know that I can't say most. Did you know that there is a high percentage of people that get lap band surgery or gastric bypass, they want to lose weight? A lot of those people become alcoholics. Why is that? Well, they need the surgery because they overeat. They are numbing themselves with food. When that is not an option for them anymore, it's like they're trading one bad habit for another. So they turn to alcohol and they numb themselves with alcohol. Similarly, pornography addicts, when they are releasing that addiction, they often just trade it for something else, like overeating. So they turn to food and then they overeat and put on a lot of weight. In another instance, a lot of drug addicts, when they're getting a handle on their drug addiction, they often turn to pornography or food or sex or shopping and become overspenders because they aren't engaging in this buffer, so they're trading it in for another instead of really getting to the core. What is the core? What is the problem? And how do you find out? Well, you have to be willing to really sit with yourself. Sit in the still quiet. I think in this day and age, we are so used to go, 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 and we are over consuming things that we hardly give our brains a chance to rest and sit and be quiet or meditate. So we have to be willing to feel our emotions and really sit with ourselves. And you need to talk sweet to yourself. It's gonna sound crazy, but really just ask yourself as if like you're like a toddler and say, sweetheart, what is it that you need right now? What are you wanting, or what are you avoiding? But if this at all resonates with you, I would encourage you to ask yourself, what are your buffers? Be honest with yourself. Ask yourself, what are my triggers? When do I want to do these things? When do I want to numb out? When you are willing to be honest with yourself. You can live an incredible life when you are willing to feel all the feelings. It is healing. There is power in doing this work. I really encourage you to do this. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.